It could be years before we know the real effects of the spill on marine life in the Gulf of Mexico, but some scientists are out gathering evidence almost daily.
Fox 8 went along with a scuba diving team about 20 miles south of South Pass to see what's happening far below the surface almost a month after the oil stopped leaking. Kim Holden has more.
Sunrise off the coast of Louisiana, a reminder of the beauty in our own backyard. On this day, we take off near the mouth of the Mississippi River, headed 20 miles south, towards what some see as just another oil rig in the Gulf of Mexico. To those who know better, it's home to an incredible world we rarely see. Which is why this group of marine biologists and ecologists wanted to see for themselves how the marine ecosystem is recovering from the worst oil spill in U.S. history.
What we're doing out here is documenting basically wildlife, birds, dolphins, sharks, sea turtles, everything that we could put our eyes on.
With their underwater video camera, they get to work, describing what they encountered.
Naturally, this area is cobalt blue, crystal clear, but there's a heavy, heavy freshwater intrusion right now.
And beneath that, a green and brown cloudy haze with low visibility, what they believe is dispersed oil.
It looked to me like stringy of sorts. It was very short, little, almost cobweb-style formation, maybe about an inch long on each one. It looked like little tiny worms kind of swimming through the water.
About 40 feet below the surface, things clear up for the divers.
We got down into the salt water. First, I peered off the rig and saw about a 6-foot shark, which was a nice thing to see. Glad to see him hanging out there. And then we saw quite a few schools of fish as we got down into the structure of the rig.
It's one of more than 3,500 rigs turned artificial reef.
We're seeing some at Townsend hybrid angelfish, the cross between a queen angel and I'm not sure what, and a lot of Spanish hogfish. Saw some Creole wrasse, a lot of sergeant majors and damselfish.
And another small sign of hope, what appears to be a Kemp's Ridley sea turtle on the endangered species list and especially at risk from the oil.
We did have a turtle blow by us. I was expecting to see a lot more turtles. This area, usually this time of year, a lot of turtles frequent this area. The sargassum weed is not here. My theory on that is it took a brutal beating throughout the oil spill. No sargassum weed. No place for them to hide from predators, rest at night, no place for them to actually have a steady food source besides on these oil platforms.
Al Walker took a similar dive not far from here 3 months ago. He's both encouraged and worried about the future of the Gulf.
Everything seems to be in order. The adult fish seem to have weathered the storm, which, scientists and guys with a lot of knowledge of the Gulf out here believed would happen. We won't find out really what happened, according to scientists, for the next 1 to 3 years. When we start seeing the depletion of the species, when they're harvested, and not being able to replace that generation of fish that we've lost. If you look at that, it doesn't look that bad.
Back on the surface, the researchers collect water samples and take notes about the trip. They come across more evidence of dispersed oil.
We're finding these streaks, these oil rip lines, per se, that go on for miles and miles and miles. And what's unique, every rip line you come across has different features, different textures, different thickness.
Evidence these marine scientists say is proof the Gulf needs more attention for it to fully recover.
It's going to need a lot of help from us, though. It's going to need us to get involved as much as we possibly can. It's certainly going to need human beings to not forget that this went down. I'm glad you're out here to tell it, and I'm glad we're out here to uncover it.
Kim Holden, Fox 8 News.
Some of the divers are with the Sea Turtle Restoration Project, another with Sea Shepherd, a nonprofit marine wildlife conservation group.
They'll send all of their samples of the water and some of the coral to a lab for testing. Well, a full